Okay, 7:06. Happy Monday. You made it back. Hopefully everyone with you. What a week it was last week. Man. Sheesh. A lot went on. It doesn't slow down this week. I'll talk to you. Well, we'll talk to you. I just say I right now because I'm solo in this room. I'm not completely solo. Bill's on the other side of the glass. Mames, I know you're on your way. Just take your time. Just get here safe. You know
Arrive alive.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll chat with her when she gets here. I'm sure she had a busy weekend as well. Bill traveled a little bit. I got some stuff done around the house. I did some adulting. Had to trim a couple trees. Well, originally they were shrubs, and then they have grown to trees over years. And so that level of maintenance becomes necessary. And so I worked on that a bit. Also, watched the Panthers. That was exciting. Yeah, not really.
For a little bit.
For a little. There was a few. There was again moments.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the overall.
No, the ending wasn't.
The honeymoon phase is over. That's the vibes I was getting.
Right.
That's the vibes I was at watching the game.
Correct. What were we thinking? Right? Who are we?
Playoffs or bust, baby. That was the standard. That's what it became very quickly. Very quickly. I actually caught the end of the Cup Series race last night, too.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Talladega, baby. Super moto. Isn't that where they just kept the pedal to the metal the entire time?
4 wide.
Dude, they did get 4 wide. Did you what? Were we
not.
connected with Neuralink?
That's what they do at Talladega.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Unlike other spots, it's just wide.
Man, then they had me because they were acting like it was a rarity. Like that's not like, you know what I mean? Like they had me in.
You could only possibly see it at Talladega.
That's it. That's the spot.
If you see it anywhere else, something else is that's
something's
crazy.
Wrong. Something's wrong.
That's crazy.
Something's wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was exciting too.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
pretty good. Not bad. We've got guests today. Well,
yes.
Dr. G will be here. You're gonna get a little inside to like my origin story here, because Dr. G and I started out in Birkdale together, kind of.
Is he your doctor?
Well, I told him I told Sophie. I think Sophie's coming too. I told her and that I just get on the table if he's just ready to cut me open and suck it all out. You know what I mean? If he's able to do it, let's just get it done. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I've
you'd
not.
Be a great client.
I got plenty to give. You know what I mean? I'm willing to serve.
It's more to love.
That's it, baby. Especially, I'm trying to think if I had any deep layers of food over the weekend. 7:08. Oh wait. 7:09. I don't know if I have any deep food stories from the weekend. Actually, this weekend, had something good. Mames might have a food story, not. That's okay. Yeah, she's here. It happens to everyone. So eventually you just are late for work one day, and so you just keep coming in and you come hang out, and you got the iced latte though at least. Good morning to you.
Yeah, I brought it.
Classic. That's it. All right.
My consolation prize for being late this
How
morning.
was the weekend?
It was fine. You know what? We didn't do a lot this weekend.
Did you go to get Katie's
No,
car?
we
Oh,
did
you
not.
didn't go get Katie's car.
We did not go get Katie's car. I just felt unsettled about it.
Okay.
And couldn't come to a
Consensus?
consensus on what we should do, and so the decision was nobody's going. So that's how it happened.
The mama bear instinct. Was it the mama bear
It
instinct?
was.
You
It was
think
just that gut instinct, and some people they're like, think logically, don't think with your gut. And I was like, I just can't. I couldn't shake the bad feeling. So we're not going.
I'm glad you listened to yourself.
Yeah.
self gut, like the gut check there, right there. You know,
Right.
you get that. You get the spidey sense every
That's
once in
what
a
it
while.
was. It was just like, I just don't feel good about it. And, looking at the maps and, doing all the things that like supposed to make it feel better in my mind never made it feel better like in my gut. And
The normal, routine that you have to set yourself up for these moments, right? Because we
Right.
all have that, right? Like
Right.
whether that's a oh, that's hot.
Oh, is it
Oh,
so
it's too
hot?
hot. You
Too
do the
hot.
ice though. Oh,
Yeah.
that didn't sound like a good sip even.
No,
right?
that
Did you-
didn't sound good at all.
That's
No, and so we are Katie and I are gonna be sharing a car this week, and that's gonna be fun. But we'll make it work.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So is she gonna ride the bus? You think? What do you think's gonna happen? Is she gonna try public transportation or something? Let's get her
no.
out there on the streets trying the public
If I
transportation.
could have got her
while
out of
she's here.
bed this morning, we could have asked her. She was not. She didn't come until about. So for anybody who doesn't know, Katie is home from school because she goes to Western Carolina. She's in college, but she has been displaced from school for a couple of weeks because of the hurricane and flooding and all that stuff. And so she is home and trying to find her some things to do. But I'm still trying to give her that freedom of living that college life and going out. But she's using my car, and So she went out with some friends last night.
Oh, she did Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday fun
Sunday
day.
fun day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
she was
Big
gone.
college move.
I haven't
Yeah.
hit that one in a
Yeah.
couple of
And
decades
down in
or
South
something.
End
I
too.
don't know.
I know. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
she was
wow.
living the life yesterday. So she's thankful for the big bus though, because she can take everybody everywhere. She's got about 5 or 6 friends who live in the Lake Norman area that she goes to college with. So just trying to give her that freedom. But around 9:30, I was like, "Mom's got to go to bed. Please just be home at a decent time." So
Just let her go free. There it is.
yeah,
All
trying
right.
to.
Yeah, trying to, yeah.
Will do, Mom.
While tracking her at all times of where she is and what she's doing.
Let alone while I stepped away for about 3 minutes over the weekend, Emmy is on top of Noah's face, power driving it into the love sack. So
Let's
there you
go,
go.
girls.
So that's
I got
the
no
other
problems with that.
extreme.
Yeah, I got no problems with that.
Speaking of Western North Carolina, obviously still continuing to think of them. A lot going on. My gosh, I mean the news and oh my goodness,
Really, like the news,
gracious.
all of the complaining we did last week of the
Oh.
news not picking it up, it is everywhere now. But I'm glad because it's getting more attention.
It's definitely
people are
good.
getting the help that they need. I'm really thankful.
But it's
for
a
that.
wild scene. We can't let it divide us, the internals of
Correct.
North Carolina, right? We are a team. We
Yeah,
are
stay
the
focused.
team. Yeah. Don't let the outside affect the inside.
Right,
we are
right.
the team. And so just remember that as this thing progresses and continues. Speaking of, we will continue to take the journey with Western North Carolina. Each week we have high country happenings. We're not going to stop because of the hurricane. Greystone Lodge, GRAY, GreysstoneLodge.com, located in Boone, North Carolina. We will be continuing to check in with them each week. We spoke with Katie Jo last week, just an initial phone call. We're going to have David Jackson, but David Jackson, the president of the Boone Area Chamber of Commerce, gets called into this big meeting. A lot of things are fluid and happening, and so we'll continue to try to obviously keep them in the forefront of what's going on as our neighbor, right? And
Right.
personally, we have many relationships, and it's wild to see it when it actually happens to you. It's one thing to see it on the news, right, from a national perspective. Something's happening in California again,
Right.
It's different when it's your backyard.
Right,
So
for sure.
just something to keep in mind as we continue to move through. A lot of events this week. My gosh.
Yes, we have got a
Oh,
busy,
my
busy week coming up.
gosh. Sheesh. Show tomorrow, the Lake Norman Chamber Business Expo.
That's tomorrow. Yeah, and we'll be there.
Public forum on Wednesday.
Yes, and we'll be there for that one as well. So
And then Thursday, there's a celebration, and there's also an exciting thing, but then there's a whole bunch of other things
there's
going
all
on. So
kinds
there's
of
all
stuff
kinds of
going
stuff
on.
happening.
Busy week. Yeah.
So plenty to do in your world, I'm sure, as well. Always get connected with us. WSIC News on the Instagram, across the board. Good Morning LKN, LKN Memes, Lake Norman Woman Mac, all over
all
the
the
place.
things everywhere.
You have the opportunity to connect. But here's the easiest way to do it, too. You just download the WSIC News app because then it's just direct to your phone. You
Right.
just get it right there if you need it. And you can do that on the iOS or the Google Play Store. And
I
Not
used
for
the
that.
app this weekend. It was great.
Yeah, I used it this weekend too. But download that. Get the newsletter too. Don't forget about the newsletter.
Ooh, yeah, the
Yeah.
new shiny newsletter.
Get you some
that
Rent
thing's
Fest tickets.
nice.
Get some RenFest tickets by signing up for the newsletter.
Are we giving those away again this week?
We are giving this. We give them away every week from now until the end of the Renaissance Festival.
Dang. And
Yeah.
that's all the way through like November, right? Or
Yes,
up to November
the
or
weekend
something
before
like that?
Thanksgiving. Yeah, so we've got a lot of tickets to give away. So
Excited to do that. We're going to have Carolina Age Management Institute in here. Dr. G, I was telling Bill on your way here, you're going to get a little bit of my origin story here. Dr.
All
G and I
right.
started in Burkdale around the same time, so
boy.
it's kind of crazy.
Excited.
And we're going to check in with Jeff. Jeff today? Jim. We
Jim.
got
We
Jim
got Jim
today.
this week.
Sorry,
Jeff's
it's
on
Monday. I'm
vacation.
trying to get aligned here. I
we
apologize.
got Jim this week. Ooh.
And word of the day? Okay. All right. Not a problem. It's only 7:14. Good morning, LKN. 7:18. Happy Monday to you. Let's see what's going on out there. ICATS.com. Alternative transportation, $3 each day, each way to commute from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte. Today, cruising with Jim in the HOV lane. Good morning, Jim. How are things looking?
Hey, pretty good so far. We're in Mooresville right now. From the first trip down, traffic's starting to build up. On the first trip, I was not able to get off at 42, but I did. And they have it blocked off to get off. Then I couldn't get back on, so I had to go to Charlotte on 21. So I don't know if it's going to be that way the rest of the week. So you riders that are riding early, look out for 42 there.
Jim,
Other than that, everything seems to be fine.
Jim, I did a couple of moves when I was driving this week, and there's I feel like an advanced move in the car. You know, when you're going one way and someone's coming the other, and they're making the turn like in front of you, right, to cross in front, and there's enough traffic, you can just, tap them with the little flashers real quick and let them go through. You ever do that move? You a big fan?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about it like at a red light or something?
No. Just like anywhere, and like just pick 21, whatever. It's going slow. You know what I mean? You're bumper to bumper, and you get that gap, and that person that's coming the other direction, but they need to turn across and through the lane. You just tap them with that little flash, a little pop, and then that way they just go
I know
through.
What you're talking about. Yeah. We'll do that. That's no problem. I know
no problem.
At traffic lights, when the light turned green, and the other side wants to turn across you, they have what they call a Pittsburgh left. That person that cut the green light will not absolutely turn until that first car turns left in front of them. It's called the Pittsburgh left.
Okay.
They do it up there. I wish they did it down here, but they don't. They just blast on through.
I didn't catch it last night at the end. Did Pittsburgh, were they that nice last night? I didn't see the end of the game. I don't know what happened to them, Jim. You know anything about it?
Nope. I went to bed.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the
Well, I get
Cowboys
up
won.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, you would know. Oh, actually,
They played the Cowboys.
Okay.
Pretty sure the Cowboys won last
Jim,
night.
the Cowboys won last night, in case anybody asked you.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
But I may be wrong, but pretty sure.
Yeah, I always root for the Cowboys.
Jim, we appreciate you. We'll chat with you at 8:15.
What?
We'll talk to you at 8:15.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, looking forward to it. So keep us surprised. Let us know if anything
Thanks,
goes
Jim.
down out there, too.
Yeah, we'll try to stay safe.
All right, see you, Jim.
All right, bye-bye now.
ICATS.com, $1 from your front door in Iredell County. Get driven around and get your errands done, and $1 to get back to the front door. That's a killer deal right there. Not bad.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird is a winner.
It's time for the word of the day. What's the word?
Word of the day!
Today's word of the day on this first Monday of October. Today's word of the day is Aurorian. Aurorian.
Like Aurorian, like the
Aurorian.
cat in Men in Black.
No, I think that was Orion.
Aurorian
Oh,
Nights. Like the song from Aladdin.
Isn't that
That was
Arabian?
Arabian
That
Nights. You guys are hilarious today. Almost there. Aurorian. For those following along, we're dealing with an adjective, so stay nimble with me as I begin to spell. Aurorian. Aurorian.
An adjective is descriptive. Do you want to be Aurorian?
Yes, I think you are Aurorian. You are Aurorian.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know about
Would
all
you
this.
like to hear it in a sentence?
Yes, I would.
Justin and Mamie greeted each day with an Aurorian energy on Good Morning LKN, their vibrant personalities shining as brightly as the sunrise.
Crusty?
No.
I'm going to
no.
say bright,
Bright,
light, happy, energetic.
close. Let me
Oh,
get
none
you
of those.
another one. None of them. I'm not giving you anything there. Bill admired how Justin and Mamie brought an Aurorian warmth to Good Morning LKN, their lively presence as refreshing as the first light of dawn.
These are
That was from the heart.
That's
deep.
so us.
Yeah,
Deep
I
tracks
wrote
only
that one
today. God.
in traffic today.
Nice. I don't. Yeah,
Nice.
crusty. I don't
Yeah,
know.
No,
crusty. Yeah.
really nice. Very
Yes,
nice.
Aurorian, and this is why you guys are Aurorian. The definition of Aurorian is of or belonging to the dawn.
Oh, I am Aurorian because Dawn is my mother's name.
Oh, nice.
All right, yes. You are literally Aurorian.
Literally Aurorian.
I like that.
That's great.
So Aurorian.
Of or belonging to the dawn. So it's a thing. Like
It's a good thing.
it's
Well, you know
yeah,
the
it's a
Aurora.
good thing.
What is it? I can't say it. Aurora borealis. Isn't that just the northern lights?
Okay, so
That's
looking,
why I was going that way, like light.
Yes.
But I guess those belong to the sun as well.
You picture me when you stare at the lights.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that. Word of the day. Bill gives us a word. We guess
That's a
the
great word.
definition, but we don't guess. We use extremely good context clues and all that.
You
kind
guys
of stuff.
did great with Aurorian.
Thanks, man. That was a good one for a Monday. A lot going on over the weekend, though, on the news. Y'all want $47?
Yeah.
You can get it. It's real easy. This is crazy. I found this out this weekend. So you remember the whole talk about Elon starting a PAC? You remember that? Like donating billions of dollars to
No,
support?
I don't remember that, but I'm sure he did.
So he started the PAC, but
when
and
you
here's
got
the thing.
spaceship money, you can do whatever else you want.
He's got spaceship money. Here's the crazy part about it on Twitter. I'm pretty sure that the handle is at America. That's the name of that's the PAC. That is his PAC's handle on Twitter. So
Okay.
that's
That's a good handle.
that just
America.
throwing that out there when you start seeing it more and more. It very interesting. So $47 if you sign a petition or get someone to sign a petition in a particular state. North Carolina is on this list. So I don't doubt we see this start pumping in a little bit more. So just heads up on this.
So every person I get to sign that petition, I get $47?
It's what it says.
Or each person that signs up gets $47?
Don't know anything about it. Not going to make any. I
Somehow
don't
just
know.
going to be
I'm
handing
just,
this to
that's
people
what
and
I'm
having
saying.
them sign
Like,
it today.
you talk about like signing up people for $47
Nice to meet
each.
you.
People are
Sign
going to
us,
get weird
please.
out here.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
that's
take
what I mean. You're going to get calls from people you haven't
Sorry,
talked to in years.
I got to get to work. I'm sorry. I got to go.
Yeah. People gonna be out here grinding, so it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, so the
What's the intern
petition
doing today?
the petition is petition.theamericapac.org. It's a petition for free speech or right to bear arms. It does have a spot where you can say, did someone refer you? Nice. So maybe you do get this cash.
All right, I'll take it.
Probably in gift cards, Visa gift cards. Yeah,
Okay.
at America. Check out at America. Like literally, this is the handle. It's
Yes. In the part where it says, did someone refer you, put Bill at WSICnews.com and click yes. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of links. Oh yeah, this is gonna get real good. This is gonna
That'd
get
be great.
real good.
All right, y'all have fun with that today.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a thing. I will say today is wild from a national or world perspective. I guess I'll say because we're obviously involved in this in so much. It's 1 year since Israel, since
Oh, really?
the attacks on Israel, which is just crazy that 1 year has passed. So it's just wild there too. So you probably hear about that. Blue Ridge Parkway also is completely closed.
Yes.
Completely closed. Like that's literally from Blue Ridge Parkway.
Indefinitely,
directly
like
on
there's
Twitter.
they're not like, we'll reopen next year. Like it is closed.
Here it is, Blue Ridge NPS, which is Parkway's handle here on Twitter. The entire length of the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina and Virginia is closed as crews continue their assessment of the damage from Hurricane Helene. So that's going on too. So just know that. Again, a lot going on. I got more and more and more and more and more and more and more. That's it. Let's talk about Panthers. Did you watch the game?
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay.
The second half, which was the sadder half.
Yeah.
It got farther and farther
Yeah,
away.
it got
Yeah.
worse. So I made it about halfway through from the third quarter to about halfway through the fourth, and then decided to watch Inventing Anna. Finish that one up.
Nice.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yes,
y'all
you
talked
are.
about
You are
okay.
familiar with it. You know all
That's
about
because
it.
you are Paul, Justin.
I got it.
We talk about it all the time.
I'm back. Okay.
It's not historic.
I don't think our receivers did us any favors yesterday. I don't.
Yeah.
Our skilled receivers, we weren't making any grabs for any of our quarterbacks, really.
True or false? Leggett is hurt now?
I hope it's not anything that'll keep him out.
Okay.
But it definitely, I saw when he went down.
Not a good scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fun.
Yeah,
Not
it's
fun
tough.
at all.
There was a while where we were kind of dropping like flies there for a second.
So now the narrative is going to be we are plagued by injuries. Is that the narrative? Is that what we want to?
actually are plagued by injuries.
I'm not arguing. No.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah,
I'm
on the
just-
defensive side of the ball, we have some holes that are just tough to patch up quickly. You know, missing DB in the middle, Shaq Thompson going down. I mean, those are not only some of our best players; those are our leaders, if you will.
Is that how you feel about it when you see it? Does it seem like
It just hurts. It just hurts. You know what? But I'm a fan through and through, and I'll
We'll be
show
back
up,
next week. Yep.
and I'll be optimistic next week.
Hey, it's
really.
Atlanta next week. It don't matter what your
Oh,
record
it is Atlanta next week.
Finally.
Okay. Finally.
here back at Bank of America, right?
I believe so.
Wow. NFC South game. That's it. That's
That's a
what it's
big
all
one.
about, right?
That
It's
is a
not
big
how
one.
good you are; it's how good you play. You just got to play good on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, hopefully,
I like
Bill,
that.
your pep talk helps get them through
That's-
that win because they need it. I need it. Keep going.
Save it for Sunday.
You might be in need of a job, and this is more serious of a point. I saw this morning. It's very interesting. Debrisjobs.com, DEBRIS, and I guess also funny because maybe some other players are going to need jobs at some point. Debrisjobs.com. You can actually sign up if you are skilled at like clean up. Like, from a outdoor perspective, debris, CDL driver, tree climber, heavy equipment, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be jobs for you, too, it looks like, as well. So debrisjobs.com is a spot to check out. Or is it just debris? It's not
I think
debris.
it's just debris.
DEBRIS.
It's got that silent S.
Yeah, jobs, plural.com.
Okay. Gotcha.
So check that out. And then, you might need a job out there.
That's a great way to help for those who are, if you do find yourself sitting on your hands wanting to help, and you got those skills. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about at some point today. There's a IV fluid manufacturer in North Carolina
Oh man, yeah.
that is affected by Hurricane Helene.
Oh, no.
And so we'll
Right.
talk about that at
Shortages.
some point today.
Yeah.
That we don't want to see this happen, but just something to be aware of.
Oh, absolutely.
Thankfully, I guess I'll say thankfully it's not summer. Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we'll talk about that.
I'm with you though.
Dr. G is going to be in here from Carolina Age Management Institute.
Sorry, you're
And,
talking about your origin story. I thought you were talking about from since birth.
like deep?
Yeah, I was
Oh.
like, oh, but you're talking about Birkdale. I was like, you started in Birkdale. What are you talking about? Now I remember
I was born in
your
Birkdale.
previous job. Yeah, I get it.
It
Your
was a
former
Tuesday.
life.
The
Yeah.
fountains were on.
Right.
There was no stage at the time.
Yeah, more from Doc next.
Mother, she began to be in pain.
You should really stick around to hear what the crazy gang of three have to say next. Good morning, LKN on WSIC.
7:34. Happy Monday to you. Wow, last week, obviously the first week after the Hurricane Helene, which has just devastated Western North Carolina beyond what anybody imagined would happen. But so much opportunity to help, and that's what we've seen also over the past week is a lot of the good side of people. Got somebody here in the studio hanging out, Dr. G of Carolina Age Management Institute. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, too. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. I reached out to you and just wanted to say, hey, I know you guys were working on your event that you're working on now, but it's not just an event. It's for help beyond just 1 week, right? Because the pain is going to last a little bit longer. Can you share what you guys are doing at Carolina Age Management Institute to support those in Western North Carolina?
Absolutely. So we feel like everybody helps in the beginning, right? So it's like this first push, the media is really pushing it, but people need help for months. So we're actually contributing our product and we're selling it cheap, $7 a unit, with 100% of the proceeds going to hurricane relief in some manner. Some of that is we'll give to organizations. Some of that is us buying products like tetanus shots, antibiotics, sutures, and going up and doing it ourselves. People need IVs, they're dehydrated. And in some cases, they just need fed.
The medical side is wild, right? Like I don't even think that that's really been talked about yet at all.
We're just trying to get people food and water right now, right? So that medical side, there was a huge part that needs to be met.
But the people up there that are going to, because when you're in the wilderness in the middle of nowhere, like I don't know what, like splinter or anything, tetanus shots you mentioned, that seems pretty what we wouldn't even consider as needing on a day-to-day basis.
You know, it's funny. One of our injectors, her dad was actually trapped up there. She couldn't get a hold of him for days at a time. Finally, her and her brother packed up their car, drove up there, hiked in 12 miles and found him. And he couldn't get off on his own, so he came back with her. But there was a story. One guy was walking around with part of his finger hanging off because he can't get any attention. And he's just trying to have it held together with a Band-Aid. And, I mean, there's infection, there's tetanus, there's just saving the finger, and there's just no access to care right now. The roads are bad. The hospitals are flooded. There's not enough personnel. There's not enough money. So it really is up to the neighbors, I think, that have capabilities to go up there and really help out.
Okay, so what's the time frame for the, like, is this a one-off? Are we looking at down the road? What are we talking about there?
So this week will be a one-off of this style, but then we're going to try to get creative and keep this going for several months. And, you know, I got Sophie here with me, who's our marketing coordinator.
Sophie, who said she didn't want to talk on the microphone, and now you're getting forced to talk on the microphone. That's okay.
She's amazing at putting stuff like this together, and you know, we're going to lean on her to run campaigns and get creative, and hopefully this kind of snowballs into other practices doing stuff like this. You know, you think, well, how can aesthetics help? How can Botox help? Well, actually, we are a little bit more than just Botox at our med spa. We're actually a surgery center.
Oh, I know, Dr. G. You can slice me up right here. If you can just suck it all out and just take it with you, you know, you can do it. That's fine.
We get in there, we suck out fat. We do a lot of extra stuff. We're actually a cosmetic surgery center, fully accredited, which is unusual. Not a lot of med spas do that, but I still think if you're running just a med spa, you can still help by just, you know, looking for product and donating some of the proceeds.
All right, so let's talk about what your actual day-to-day is, because your guys are stepping in and you're helping with this relief effort. So let's say I say, okay, I'm interested in something. Y'all got that polybutylene peptide stuff going on over there too right now?
We do have a lot of different peptides.
He's talking about semaglutide.
Yeah.
Y'all got that one?
That's a hot topic.
That is a hot topic right now.
We are getting ready to launch that. We have a unique approach to that because there's the good, the bad, and the ugly with it, right? And I think a lot of places are just telling you the good, and you know, they take your money and send you out the door and said, hey, look forward to losing weight. But it does come at a cost, and our belief is to give a holistic consult and really tell people, hey, here's the good, right? Losing weight, that's great. It's cardioprotective, which means it decreases heart attacks and strokes. But it also has a whole slew of bad side effects, some of which we don't even know yet because we don't have any longitudinal data. It hasn't been out long enough for us to really determine that. And frankly, each day something else comes out about, you know, the bad side of it. It doesn't mean we're not for it. I think they're revolutionary drugs. It just means it has to be done properly, right? It has to be done in a comprehensive consult, and everybody should know what they're getting into. That's called true informed consent. And right now, it's like the Wild West. You can go to the corner, you know.
I was saying, you don't want me buying it on Amazon? You don't want me to just have it shipped straight to the house? Just take care of this myself. What do I need the consulting for? Come on.
No, these guys, you know, are really helping us. We launch it. We want it to be done properly so that we are the primary source for people to get information that's accurate.
So if okay, so that's the Dr. G super smart medical deep analysis of it. How can you surmise that then from a marketing perspective so us peons can understand what Dr. G just said there?
Yeah, no, we're just doing it the right way. It's something that we've actually talked about just as friends, employees in the office last year whenever it was getting super popular, and we were thinking about, oh, maybe we should try it. But Dr. G is right. He's a very smart guy, and he's somebody that we do trust and lean on for a lot of things, especially anything medical related. He has years of experience beyond aesthetics, so he's a great guy to be, or a great doctor just to have on your side. But our team at CAMI, we're focused on patient health and safety no matter what, so that's our priority. Second priority, right in line, if not tied, but right below it is going to be your results. But we want to do it the right way and make sure that you're safe, you're healthy, and we're setting you up for long-term success rather than just a quick fix and then back to, your old bad habits. So we just really want to do it the right way, and I think we're on the right track to do that. So we're excited to launch this.
So Dr. G used to be in Birkdale back, and we were there the same time when I had the law firm.
Yeah,
Yep,
I heard we were going to get the origin story
But
today.
no, because Dr. G, he said he wouldn't say anything with me running up and down the halls there. It was fine.
Okay.
He was okay. So then you're at North Cross Drive now, and you're also in Ballantine, but you guys also do pop-ups and events and all kinds of stuff. So give us a summation of where is CAMI at these days?
So we have our flagship in Huntersville. So we actually bought a building in Birkdale Business Park, so pretty close to Birkdale Village where we had our roots, right? We were across the street from you. We bought a building over there, renovated it. It's beautiful. There's no elevator. The parking is easy. It's I'm sure from being in Birkdale, it was tough parking, right? Ooh. And so patients would have an appointment at 1 and they'd stroll in at 1:45. Very hard to keep flow throughout the day.
Well, and y'all's patients were like, you could have them strapped up like on a gurney like stuff, right? Like that's the level of patients y'all were working with.
Oh, yeah. We had both sides of the building, so we kind of outgrew it. And but, I will give them props. That's where we got our start, and that's why we are why we're here today, because of Birkdale Village. It did well by us, but it just got pretty congested for a medical practice. So now we have a much bigger space. Parking is easy. We have a fully accredited OR, which Madison runs, and that is
this is who I should talk to right here.
This is a really huge job. So this is one thing that really sets us apart. I would challenge you to find any med spa in a 100-mile radius that has this. This is just way above and beyond. So we do minimally invasive surgeries such as smart lipo, skin tightening, hair transplants, and we're fully accredited, which means we get audited regularly. And Madison can probably speak to that a little bit. I mean, she's a superstar. Just a little bit of the things you do on a daily basis. I mean, she's got like 15 D-ring binders that are, she has to go through every day.
Yep. So lots of paperwork and things like that on the back end, but pretty much what accreditation means is that we're holding ourselves to the highest safety standards and patient care standards that are nationally recognized. We're doing things like, of course, like I said, lots of paperwork, lots of logs that kind of prove to the accreditation what we're doing, but we want to make sure that everything is in a sterile environment for our surgery cases. So that's not just in surgery, that's afterwards. Make sure our cleanup is good, our storage is proper, and then also on the patient experience side, making sure that our patients have a good experience, that we're making sure they're well taken care of, and that it goes beyond just the safety and the results, but to make sure our patients are really having a good experience and properly informed of everything that we're doing. And it's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
It's really not necessary to do that. You can do these surgeries without having that, but I feel like it's just a feather in our cap. When somebody can come in and audit you and really ding you for not doing the right things, it's something that just, kind of forces you to take that human component of sometimes you get a little bit like complacent.
It's accountability.
It's total accountability, and so it's everything from sterilization. We have to test our autoclaves to make sure they're not growing spores or any. It's just a really good thing to have. We're very proud of having that. We give a pretty holistic approach there. We have the surgery center, we have the med spa side. We're getting ready. We just launched a direct paid medical dermatology model. And our reasoning for that is people can't get access. When's the last time you called your derm and got in a week?
Right. No, never.
I was saying a month.
Never. Like 6 months is lucky. Yeah.
So you can get in like a week with us. The only caveat to that is we don't bill your insurance. We give you a super bill, and you can send that to your insurance yourself, and they should pay you directly. But even if not, our prices are probably a third of what you would get charged at a derm office. So we can do that because we don't have to pay 4 people to fight insurance. And so that's kind of the way I think things are going. And so far, so good.
Dr. Giordano with Carolina Age Management, CarolinaAgeManagement.com. Thank you for the efforts for Western North Carolina as well. The wonderful things you guys are doing for the medical side up there. Carolina Age Management. $7:48. Happy Monday to you. Thanks again to Dr. G of Carolina Age Management, CarolinaAgeManagement.com. You can check them out. Cool to see a unique way of helping, right? Like in Western North Carolina, when the opportunity presents itself, we all have something we can do, right? And that's certainly a lesson we're going to see over time. And so thanks for them popping by and saying, hey. Lake Norman Chamber Business Expo is tomorrow. We're going to be there for the entire time hanging out. It's sold out. I mean, there are a lot of businesses that are going to be there. So it's going to be cool to hang out with them and see what's going on in the small business community around.
And I've never been before, so this will be my first time attending and exhibiting, I guess.
It's a to-do. It's a da.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. No, knowing Leslie at the Chamber the last couple of years, she always gets very excited and then very tired when this season comes around. But the Chamber, they all just do a fantastic job getting this together and all the chance for all these businesses to come together. So it's tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Huntersville Recreation Center in Huntersville, obviously. And so
that's right across the street from the Aquatic Center.
Correct. Yep.
So it's pretty cool.
So yeah, just pop on by, get to know some local businesses around the area, and see how you guys could work together.
It's like 100 something going to be there.
I think 112 businesses there. Yeah, all
Pretty
local
wild.
businesses. Very cool. So
Small
come by and
business
say hi.
is a big part of the community.
You come by and say hi. You might be able to get some tickets to the Renaissance Festival.
Oh,
so
okay.
If you like to go.
And even if you don't go, you do have a chance to win RenFest tickets.
That's right.
How can they do that
You just go to our website, WSICnews.com, scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter, or go to any of our socials, WSIC socials, and there is a pinned post on every single one of them where you can just click and you find the link to sign up for the newsletter there as well.
So you sign up for the WSIC newsletter in whichever way, shape, or form you like to do that, and then that gets you entered in to win RenFest tickets, which we are giving away every week, not just this week, all the way through RenFest. Through RenFest, and when you get on the newsletter, you actually are entered each week for that contest. You don't have to sign up.
Right, you don't have to sign up again.
27,000 times.
But you can if you want to. Keep going. Just keep signing up.
Just keep.
How many email addresses you got? Sign up for one.
Hey, it does increase your odds. I will say
that. It does
that.
increase your odds.
Technically, we don't tell the AI to sniff that out.
No.
But that's a thing out there somewhere. I mean, no doubt that it can detect. So USDOT is going to send $100 million to Western North Carolina for roads. Very interesting over the weekend. A lot of dollars starting to pour in soon. Managing that is going to be very interesting to see because we're about to experience what's it like when you inject billions of dollars, because we're already seeing the track go. Right? I showed you the tweet from Senator Tillis saying, hey, my top priority is to get Congress. Now we're seeing, I think, Virginia Fox. We're seeing the president tweet about it as well. They are going to put together a financial package for the people of Hurricane Helene. Western North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia are all going to see a substantial portion of that, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And so we're going to see what it's like with billions of dollars injecting into a small geographic territory.
Right. Just as a reminder, most of those places up there still don't have power and water.
That's crazy.
Lots of them are on well water, and so with a well, no power, no water. So
$100 million, is that even going to scratch the surface?
Well, that's just for the roads.
Right? Like
that's what I'm saying. It's just for the Department of Transportation. So I don't even know if $100 million is enough to repair the roads up there, though. Is that enough?
It's hard to see that being enough.
It doesn't feel like that's enough.
But just like, okay, say $100 million and then like some other stuff, hey, here's a couple of billion. Like, doesn't that just seem kind of like, what's going on?
I had to process that over the weekend. I was pretty upset about some of the billions going other places.
Okay, because I was wondering, because also after that, I believe under the vice president handle, $150 million for Lebanon, not Lebanon, North Carolina, Lebanon, the country.
Right.
So I saw that.
I did see that, and I saw a tweet about that, and one of the responses was, "What part of North Carolina is that?"
I did see somebody say there is a Lebanon, North Carolina.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw that. There were some pretty upset people responding to those tweets, and so yes, I've had to work through a lot of anger issues with that over the weekend, and still working through it.
You know who else might be angry right now?
Who's that?
Probably NASCAR.
NASCAR's angry.
NASCAR might be angry. There's a lawsuit going on right now.
Really?
We talked about that. Remember, we talked about
we did
2311.
Yep.
Michael Jordan filing a lawsuit against NASCAR, talking about antitrust. A name that a lot of people in the racing community will know, Richard Childress. He was asked about the lawsuit, what his thoughts were on this, and go ahead, Bill.
First off, have you read the lawsuit? You've been no stranger to going up against NASCAR on occasion. So what do you think about what 2311 and Front Row have done?
Well, we've read it all. I can't comment a whole lot now because I know the attorneys are handling a lot of that. But I will say that the part about we got our DocuSign that evening at 6:37 is when it came in, and we had to sign it by 12 o'clock or we'd lose our charters. I didn't have a choice because we had to sign. I got over 400 employees, OEM contracts with sponsors, and I got to take care of my team.
Yeah. So, are you happy that somebody is challenging NASCAR, or is that? And do you expect, can you join this lawsuit, or because you've signed it, you can't? You don't have the option to join it.
Bob, I don't know how you phrase happy on this.
Bill, go ahead and
I would just say that,
right First off, shout out to the North Carolina multi-year tag here behind. Did you know you can get a multi-year tag? I'm sorry. Did you see that up there at the top here? If you're
multi-year, that's the only
you're
thing
on the
you-
WSIC
that's
news
the only thing you care about here. I didn't know you could get a multi-year tag.
You
though.
can get a multi-year tag
Where
on
do I
this
get one of
sucker.
those? How do I get that?
All right, so Richard Childress obviously playing the game of what's going on in NASCAR right now. The lawsuit happening about the way NASCAR has the charter
charters,
structure
yes.
and trust and
Right.
antitrust and making us all go under one monopoly. So is NASCAR going to get shaken up? I don't know. Don't know. But is everyone excited that Michael Jordan's coming in, like, saving the day, starting everything over? What do you think? Care at all?
I really don't care.
It's nothing to do.
I do want to
It's
give
gonna
a shout out
affect your
to,
life.
I really don't care. It does not affect my life in any kind of way. I do want to say thank you to the NASCAR teams, drivers, etc., that have been sending like buckets and buckets of supplies to Western North Carolina. They've really showed up to help people. So
How much does a case of water weigh? Do we know?
I don't know, but I did see one report that said they sent like 2 million pounds of supplies.
Oh, we're all expert in like when you ship by the weight now.
Right.
We're all
Everybody ships by the weight now, but yeah, 2 million pounds. And that's one organization. That's not like all the supplies that have gone up this weekend together. That's one organization. So shout out to them. And Greg Biffle is doing a great job.
Oh, he's flying that helicopter up there.
On
and
that
getting
helicopter,
some
getting
wild
some
footage.
amazing
Yeah.
footage. And just showing like the realness of what's going on around
He's
there.
documenting the whole thing up there. It's
Yeah.
pretty wild.
He documented, did you see the mirror rescue? There was somebody who, it was just a field. He was in some Pisgah National Forest, and somebody has a mirror that they're just like signaling. So that's the level of desperation that's happening out there, guys, in case you don't know or aren't aware of what's going on. There are people out there who still haven't seen a person since all this happened.
And so I mentioned earlier, and I told you we're going to talk about it a little bit. I don't have a lot of info on this. I just saw this last night. So the IV manufacturer located in Marion. And so there's a big manufacturer of IV fluid for a lot of the supply. I can't say a majority because, again, they don't say, hey, we cover 87% of the supply. But supposedly it's a lot. So that's why earlier when we're talking about, like, thankfully it's not summer. Okay, needings of IV, are we at that level of devastation? It's not like we're hearing of, like, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. We just don't know how many
Right.
people are, right? It's kind of still where we're at on
That's
that
still
stage.
where we are, yeah.
And so hopefully this gets all sorted out, and there's supposedly a lot of people already working on this project to rebuild this factory. It's again out of Marion. Baxter Healthcare Corp is the name of the organization. So just
Yeah, it
heads up
says
on
that they
for
make
everybody.
about 60% of the nation's supply.
But we're not currently right now in a shortage.
No,
so
we're not.
You're going to see stories of, I think it's going to try to come out and be one of those like, hey, this is a panic mode. Let's not panic, though. Again, same team. Same
Right.
team is the
We're
mantra.
all
I think
working
we need to
together.
Start working on
We're
here.
all paddling in the same direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And so, interesting story here, though. This IV fluid manufacturer now completely devastated in Marion, North Carolina. And so that having those kind of effects. When you have big companies, right, that are here. I mean, we got Lowe's right down the street. You got
Right.
plenty. You got an Apple place in Catawba. You got all kinds of stuff.
All the
going on.
Amazon, delivery
Oh my goodness.
places too. I'm sure there's a bunch of them out there too, that are having issues with deliveries as well.
Yeah.
So-
Coming up on the end of the first hour here of Good Morning LKN, we're going to have another one with you. 9 o'clock, the Home Ad Show, Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating. Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, he'll be joining us probably about 8:45. We'll chat with him, see what's going on in his world, see how his weekend was. Probably plenty of events. How about the weather this weekend? Was just about perfect outside?
Kind of hot.
Well, oh, it was too hot?
It's a little bit hot on Saturday.
Really?
You didn't think it was too hot?
I mean, I always think it's hot, but, that's just
A
the
little-
polar bear in
A little
me.
hot. Also, Katie with her mountain blood now. It's so hot down the mountain. Oh, yes, I know, Katie.
It does change when you're up there.
Yeah,
for
her
enough
blood's
time.
already changed in her first month living on the mountain. So yeah, it was pretty warm this weekend though. Yesterday was beautiful though.
We're gonna have to get her like an intern segment on the show if she's gonna be hanging out for a couple of weeks.
I'll
I
get her
feel
the
like.
temp segment.
We can't let her theater
Good
skills go
luck
to
getting her here. Good luck getting me here at 7:06. Much less being a teenager.
I would say definitely a phone conversation.
A phone
is probably
conversation, yeah,
what-
maybe
what
she'll
we're looking
she'll
at there.
FaceTime you.
What about your timeline? What was it over the weekend? We got about a minute left.
Well, we
What's your
got some time left.
Yeah,
too.
what was your timeline over the weekend?
I want to go over this touchdown celebration. Maybe we should wait for this for Joe Burke, but we can talk about it here a little bit. So Vikings I love touchdown celebrations, and the Vikings probably had the best one I've seen in a very long time. Bill's gonna play this video. I don't know if you're a fan of The Parent Trap, but it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I did see this. I turned it off when I saw it because, like, to me, it was like there should be like a 4-second rule or something like that.
No,
Almost,
I like
I
it.
feel like.
I think you should
Okay.
get more points for better celebrations.
If you do more coordinated, choreographed things.
Yeah,
than you,
yeah.
Okay.
So they do the handshake from Parent Trap, the Lindsay Lohan version, and it's spot on. And I know that they had to practice this a lot to get it just right. It's so fun. I love it.
Highlight of the weekend.
That's my highlight of the weekend. But yeah, I really do think you should get like 2 points if you have a very good. And we'll have the Dancing with the Stars judges judge it.
I did not catch any Dancing with the Stars over the weekend. Is that a weekend or a weekday show?
Weekday. It'll be back on Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday. Wow. Today's still Monday, though.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC, Statesville, W290DK Mooresville, W264CU Statesville.
War still rages. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
The threat from Hamas continues with 2 separate launches into Israel today.
And Fox's Nate Foy also reports Israeli forces keep up the attacks on Hamas inside Gaza with no deal in sight for a ceasefire. A year after the attack and kidnappings that triggered the war.
101 Israeli hostages remain in Gaza. Unfortunately, 36 of them are confirmed to be dead, with a 28-year-old man being added to that list just this morning.
Vice President Harris's running mate Tim Walz tells Fox News Sunday Israel has a right to defend itself.
We need the hostages returned, and we need to bring an end to the humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
Palestinians say more than 40,000 people have been killed in the conflict. Former President Trump maintains Israel might be destroyed if he's not elected. And at a rally in Wisconsin, he criticized Hurricane Helene federal response.
The worst response to a storm or a catastrophe or a hurricane that we've ever seen, ever.
But FEMA's director is calling claims that funds are low because money was given to illegal immigrants ridiculous and false. President Biden has sent hundreds more troops to flood-devastated North Carolina to help the National Guard and FEMA in the response to the hurricane, which is now blamed for at least 230 deaths. And another one is coming. Milton bearing down on Florida's Gulf Coast.
To see a storm surge of 10 to 12 feet in and around the Tampa Bay, Fort Myers area up towards Cedar Key, that would be devastating.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean.
Evacuation orders began Sunday along Florida's Gulf Coast and will be increased today in hopes more people will listen this time. Some chose to ride out Hurricane Helene on barrier islands.
Can't do that again, folks.
Kathy Perkins is the emergency director for Pinellas County, Florida, which includes St. Petersburg and Clearwater.
As Fox's Evan Brown, Milton's quickly grown into a Category 3 storm, forecast to be even stronger before hitting midweek. America's listening to Fox News.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here to elevate your protection game. Using the same simple password across all your accounts, that's risky. While updating your passwords to be more unique is a good start, true peace of mind comes with LifeLock. LifeLock doesn't just alert you to suspicious activity, but monitors for more uses of your personal info and will fix identity theft issues that arise, guaranteed, or your money back. Secure your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Hi, Donald Trump Jr. here. I never thought I'd see price fixing as a campaign promise. What's next? Is your 401k or IRA on the left's to-do list? This is why you need to act now and protect your nest egg. I believe gold is the answer. To find out more, get a free info kit from Birch Gold by texting the word SHELTER to the number 989898. Act now to secure your financial future. Text SHELTER to the number 989898 for your free info kit from Birch Gold.
Paid for by Birch Gold Group. It's not just Israelis marking 1 year since the Hamas terror attack. There have also been pro-Palestinian protests for months across America, and there could be more today.
Since last October 7th, protests related to the Israel-Hamas conflict have broken out on college campuses and in many cities. In New York City, home to the largest Jewish population outside Israel, NYPD Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry said last week demonstrations are anticipated.
We support their right to express their First Amendment and lift their voices. But again, we will not tolerate any criminal activity, no destruction of property, no harming innocent people.
Mayor Eric Adams said there will also be zero tolerance for impeding traffic and emergency responders, as well as the places people work and worship. In New York City, Gernal Scott, Fox News.
This is Nobel Prize Week, awarding scientists, an author, and a peacemaker. Two Americans were the first winners this morning.
Scientists Victor Ambrose and Gary Ruvkin have been working together on their research since the 1980s. And nearly 40 years later, they're the winners of the Nobel Prize for Medicine for their discovery of microRNA. MicroRNA is described as a new class of tiny RNA molecules that play a crucial role in gene regulation, according to the Nobel Committee. Gene regulation determines differences between types of cells, and problems with that can lead to diseases like cancer, diabetes, or autoimmunity. Ruvkin is a genetics professor at Harvard Medical School, and Ambrose is a professor at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. The Nobel Prize carries a cash award of $1 million. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could fall. Futures are down after Friday's big gains that put the Dow at a record high. In the baseball playoffs, the San Diego Padres blew out the LA Dodgers. The Philadelphia Phillies had a walk-off win over the New York Mets. Both series are now tied. One game apiece. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I'll tell you what, just a beautiful week of weather coming up, and fall air is knocking on the door, too. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 80s. We'll fall back tonight into the low 50s by the time you wake up on Tuesday morning, and much cooler and a lot less humid. Dry, crisp fall air is locking in. We're in the low to mid 70s for Tuesday, even dropping into the upper 40s for a couple of mornings middle of the week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
On the lot at Black Automotive. Look at these Buick Envistas. The all-new Buick Envistas are leasing for as low as $299 a month. Check with them here at Black Automotive for all the details. Black Automotive Statesville.
Drum Landscape Supply is the go-to spot for anything you need for your yard. Transform your landscaping. Drum Landscape Supply has trees, flowers, natural stone, custom blended grass seed, mulch, and more. Plus, they deliver. DrumLandscapeSupply.com.
Want to talk with Justin, Bill, or Mamie? Give them a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:06. Happy Monday to you. If you're just hitting the streets right now, we're going to talk with Jim about 8:15. We'll see what's going on out there. Plenty of things to do during the week, the weekend. We'll check in with Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, about 8:45. We'll chat with him. I think we'll talk to Joe Berg today, too. I just feel like it's been a while since we've connected with Joe, so it just feels out of rhythm to say, hey, because he's been so busy recently, right?
Yeah,
so I'm trying
he has
to,
been busy.
There's a lot of sports going on in the world.
There are a lot of sports going on.
So we'll chat with Joe Berg about 8:30, WSIC Sports Director, see what's going on in the world of sports. What happened to the Panthers over the weekend? The honeymoon is over.
No.
Back to the practice field. We go.
Back to work.
Or is today film day? Is day after typically film day? Or are we hitting this? Or do we need to hit the field because of the performance we're putting on?
No, I think we gotta get some rest, and we'll watch a little bit of film.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll break it down for everybody.
What is it, like a virtual day? Just check in for attendance.
E-learning.
E-learning.
Yeah, e-learning day.
You just log in.
Hide,
sign your
turn
name.
the camera off. You know the deal.
Yeah.
You know how it works.
Been there. All right, tomorrow, though, you can join us for the Lake Norman Candidate Forum.
That's tomorrow
Or, excuse
night?
me, Wednesday night. Excuse me, tomorrow.
What's happening this week?
Tomorrow is the Business Expo. Sorry, the Chamber
Boy,
does a
you
lot
scared
every
me for a
single
second.
week.
I was like, wait, no, that's tomorrow.
No, it's Wednesday. The public
Wednesday.
forum, Candidate Forum happening at Kane Center for the Arts.
There you go, at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's the one. And so we'll be broadcasting it. We'll be video live streaming it. I'll be moderating it. Is Katie going to be there too?
Katie will be
I
there
feel like
too.
she should have to be there.
She's going to be there.
The next generation should have to come to the public
Well,
forum.
she's majoring in political science. She wants to go into politics of some sort. So, yeah, she has to be there. Sorry.
It's an assignment.
This is your school assignment.
That's
I know
right.
school's out, but we're homeschooling this
That's
week.
right.
You're going to learn some things.
So if you've got a child who's home right now from a school that's closed.
But especially for a voting age child, yes, they need to be there.
They should be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happens with that, by the way? We haven't talked about that.
Voting with the mountains? I don't know. You can ask them that question tomorrow night, or Wednesday night. Sorry, not tomorrow. Wednesday night at the candidate forum, because you can submit your questions either on a card. Bill Russell said, they'll have note cards you can put a question on, or if you're watching virtually, you can submit them in the chat. So that's a question that you can ask.
And y'all gonna have me doing some reading up here and stuff like that,
Yeah,
man.
make you read things.
Dang. I just wanted to talk about stuff. No, but we definitely encourage questions. Questions from the crowd and from online, our digital community will definitely take precedent over any other questions, whether from the chamber or that I can come up with in general. And I can ask them their favorite color and things like that if people are interested in that stuff too. Those are unique anecdotes as well to learn about people.
Yeah.
So that's also an opportunity. So that's not tomorrow night. I keep saying that. I almost did it to you again.
Y'all making me nervous. Putting more things on my calendar tomorrow than I even knew about. Do I still have to do the show in the morning too?
Wednesday, public forum at Kane Center for the Arts in downtown Corntown. But tomorrow is the Lake Norman Chamber Business Expo.
That is tomorrow.
Yes. So that's happening at Huntersville Recreation Center. That's exit 23, kind of between 23 and 485. Kind of. It's a little bit deeper into Huntersville. Across the street from the Aquatic Center. That's the best way to say it. So if you want to learn about some of the businesses in the Lake Norman community, you're welcome to come on out and meet over 100 of them, and they'll be hanging out there. All right. Toll lanes, when's the last time you took them?
Friday.
Okay. And was it cheaper?
No.
On Friday?
It was not cheaper on Friday.
Okay. Will it be, and I say cheaper, what's going on with the tolls?
So Senator Vicky Sawyer helped push this through, and she posted this to her Facebook and her Twitter. And she said, in response to the devastating impacts of Hurricane Helene on Western North Carolina, I-77 Mobility Partners has taken action to support relief efforts. They've temporarily suspended dynamic toll pricing on I-77 Express to reduce costs for drivers, especially those involved in critical recovery. So the idea, and I think we talked about this last week, is that Florida, I think, has just ended tolling. But what we're doing here, because of the rerouting of traffic, because I-40 is not accessible to most people, so traffic's being rerouted down 77 through 85. So they're going to suspend the dynamic pricing, which means that it won't go up and down during rush hour. It should just stay the same all the time. Starting today, I believe.
So is this going to be like, we're going to put out the all-call of this is how much it costs, and it should be that number if you see it?
It should be that number.
Or is it like, hey,
now,
during
don't text
these hours?
me. No. Don't DM me if it's different, because I don't have anything to do with it. I just report the news. I don't make it. So, but yeah, just letting you guys know that that's supposed to start today. So, thank you, Senator Sawyer, for your help to push that through, because I think that'll help a lot of people and help the relief efforts.
We definitely need to, it's certainly one of those things it makes sense, right? It's logical to do.
Very logical thing to do. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we'll see what the effect is of that, right? Because for a while, I-77 is going to be a major,
I think
major
for
corridor.
The next year or more. Yeah. So Google Maps put out that 40 is going to be closed for the next year. Now, that's Google Maps, so that's not an official statement from anybody else. But if that's anything close, I wouldn't be surprised if it's closed for a year before they can get it all back.
And so then the traffic being diverted up to like Virginia and then
it's
down
going
77.
81. Yeah, if you're familiar with Tennessee, you have to take 81 to 77 to 85 to get through Charlotte for the next little while.
For at least a year.
At least a year. We're thinking a year.
All right, so we'll see how that.
Once again, it's not my decision, so please don't DM me if it's different.
LK and memes. Go ahead and DM.
I didn't do it.
Right
I don't make any decisions. I have no power. I'm just reporting it.
So we'll see what the effect is. It is making the secondary roads, the side streets.
Yes.
Surface roads.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Catawba was wild on Friday. It really every day this week. It's just gonna be busy. So as you say, put your patient pants on. That's what you call it.
Yeah. Oh, you got to pack the patient pants.
Yeah.
You have to. And in fact, we're going to do that about 8:15. We'll see how Christmas goes, because Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah.
It really is. Driving through holiday time frame, driving.
Yeah, traffic gets busier during the holidays too. So yeah.
Has Rob got the Christmas lights out yet?
No, I did do a little Halloween decorating over the weekend.
You did?
Just a little.
What'd you choose?
Just some pumpkins,
More fallish?
Yeah, but they're like the jack-o'-lanterns. I was going to say the pumpkins with the face. Those are called jack-o'-lanterns, right?
Sure.
That's how I know.
I'd still call it a pumpkin.
But I did get Layla's Halloween costume. She looks adorable. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Did you go with the spider?
No, she's gonna be a purple people eater. Yeah.
What's that from?
Yeah, one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater.
Yeah, I'll show you the picture in the break. It's fine.
I think I was a flying purple people eater for Halloween once.
Were you?
Yes.
Well, inspired by Bill. Yes.
Yeah.
We actually found a purple gorilla costume, but she won't wear the hat, and so now she's just a purple people eater.
It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
It's adorable.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
That's it.
Yeah, it's got a little jingle too.
Yeah, she's got a song. She's got her own song and everything. So yeah,
Wow.
she'll be all dressed up for Halloween.
Okay, all right. Well, Halloween costumes coming out for everybody, including Layla. So there you go. I can't dress Benji in a costume.
No, your cat won't wear a costume.
She will claw me to the face. So
Layla acts like she doesn't like it, but really she does. I know she does.
Justin, I actually thought of you this weekend. I saw this really sweet like bat hat that you can get for your cat. So a cat hat bat, a bat hat for like
cat?
a Batman. It's like Batman's thing. You just put it right over on their
Like a motorcycle turtle cap kind of thing, or no, over the eyes?
Yeah, just like right. Place
Trying
it
to
on
get me
them.
killed.
Just place it on top of their forehead gently, and the cat really looks like a superhero.
I would love to try that on my cat.
Yeah.
She won't let me.
All
I'll
right,
get it.
it's on its way.
I do like the. I do think that is a funny meme. The cats that are Batman. That's
Yeah.
one that makes me laugh when I
You
see
like
it.
that one?
Does make me chuckle.
You know when you see
Something about a cat saving
Dressed as-
people's lives, a vigilante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With claws of fury just to defend itself.
Right.
And the people that he loves. You know?
Yeah. Would your cat defend you think?
Heck no.
He's in here.
I can't blame her because I'd have the same mindset. I don't have to be the fastest. I don't have to be the fastest. I just had to be faster than somebody. And so between me and her, I'm not somebody.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Yeah.
Stay where you are. There's more Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
I'll tell you what, just a beautiful week of weather coming up, and fall air is knocking on the door, too. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 80s. We'll fall back tonight into the low 50s by the time you wake up on Tuesday morning, and much cooler and a lot less humid. Dry, crisp fall air is locking in. We're in the low to mid 70s for Tuesday, even dropping into the upper 40s for a couple of mornings middle of the week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like Greystone Lodge in Boone.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Brookdale Village in Huntersville presents their free concert series Live Under the Oaks on Friday. The Village is open all day for shopping and dining with Rocky Lynn taking the stage at 6 p.m. Bring your chairs and enjoy on-site beverages from Red Rocks. Live Under the Oaks with Rocky Lynn kicks off at 6 p.m. Friday in Brookdale Village. Old Town Cornelius is alive again with October's Second Friday Street Festival. Join friends and neighbors on October 11th from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Oak Street Mill in Cornelius for the Second Friday Street Festival season finale. Live music, an all-star lineup of breweries, delicious food trucks, sweet treats, a kids zone, petting zoo, vendors, and giveaways highlight a night of fun for the entire family. We'll see you in Old Town Cornelius for the Second Friday Street Festival. NASCAR returns to Charlotte Motor Speedway for their annual fall weekend in October on the Roval. The Xfinity Series holds the Drive for the Cure 250 on Saturday. The Cup Series competes in the Bank of America Roval 400 on Sunday. Weekend ticket packages as well as daily tickets are available. Also, check out deals for military service members, college students, suites, the Champions Pavilion, the Indoor Clubhouse, Terrace Box, 4-packs, and more. Don't miss any of the entertainment, including Eli Young Band and Tim Duggar concerts before NASCAR's National Series step closer to their championships. Visit CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for information, tickets, and details. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays, now through November 24th. A non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
They're back. More of Justin, Bill, and Mamie now. It's Good Morning LKN from WSIC. Local starts here.
Good morning, okay. 8:18. Going to connect in soon with Jim at ICATS, right? ICATS.com. Alternative transportation, $1 from your front door to cruise around town if you got to run some errands. $3 to go from Iredell County down to the city of Charlotte each day, each way. So you can do that as well. Maybe those toll line, the toll lane non-surgical pricing will
Non-surgical pricing.
Is that what it is? Is that how we say it? Is that
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's what we're gonna
Jim's
call
great.
it.
How about the Pittsburgh left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Great
still
term.
trying to figure
Yeah,
out what that is.
I love it.
I'll work on it.
So I guess just at the stoplight, you wait until that person makes the left across, the very first one. I guess that's a thing in Pittsburgh. So we'll see if that gets implemented. The Carolina turnaround.
I don't know.
Something like that?
Pittsburgh left, though. That's what I'm going to start calling it.
Okay. Hey, Amazon is about to lay off 14,000 managers. You guys hear about this?
What?
Yeah, it says, this is Amazon reportedly to lay off 14,000 managers by 2025. Cutting out the middleman. Amazon is cutting out the middleman. I thought of this one, or I thought about the automation stuff with the ports. When this,
Yeah.
you think that's like kind of that's the same kind of
new manager
layer?
They're just going to have a robot yell at you that you're not working fast enough? Faster. That's what's the manager do? Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. That's
Move faster, work faster, pack more boxes, take more returns. Yep, that's Mamie again. There's something to her house.
The report is just, it's getting longer.
Yeah, it's just a robot voice doing it.
I don't like hearing when layoffs happen. Interesting move,
like
though,
that.
for Amazon, though, to do
Well,
it
around the holidays, too.
Yeah, that's surprising. You would think they'd be bringing more people on for the holidays.
Automation.
Katie and I were at Target on Saturday, and we're just checking out, and the guy at the register goes to her, "Are you 16?" And she was like, "No." He said, "Older?" She's like, "Yeah." He said, "Do you want to work here?" She's like, I don't think I can, thank you. But I mean, I guess people are in need of holiday help badly.
They are recruiting
at
actively.
the checkout. Yeah. So shout out Mooresville.
You shop
Target.
here, you know here, you work here. That's
Right?
it. That's
yeah.
it.
Well, we don't generally go to the Mooresville Target, but we needed the big Target because it's a little bit nicer than the Huntersville one. So we headed up there on Saturday. Yeah. So I was like, they are hardcore recruiting. So if you're looking for a job, there's jobs to be had.
Plenty
Plenty
to work out there. I told you earlier that we're going to see the opportunity. What was it? Debrisjobs.com.
Right.
You're going to see an opportunity for even the big heavy equipment kind of stuff and bigger projects. Again, we're about to be injected with billions of dollars over the next couple of years. And what that looks like, no, I don't know yet. I haven't experienced that. Also have not experienced, though I want to experience this, driving a race car really, really fast. You know who did this weekend?
Who?
Bill, do you know? Keanu Reeves.
Drove a race car.
Keanu Reeves drove a race car
Whoa.
this weekend, and he I don't know, he got 25th out of 35. The Toyota GR Cup. I don't know where that falls in the spectrum of racing. I apologize.
I'm not sure. What place do you think you could get driving a race car for the first time? He got 25th out of 35. We'll say this is his first time. He may have practiced and stuff, but you just never done it before. You've only driven the truck and the van down the road, and then you get into a race car. Keanu Reeves is also driving.
Can we assume that we're also just talking about Cup Series right now? Can I make
Sure.
that assumption?
Definitely.
Okay.
Seventh out of how many? 7?
All
8?
of them.
7. Okay. Out of 35, you're getting 7th?
All of them.
Dream big. Dream big, friend.
Yeah.
Bill, what you getting?
Last. I probably got to use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. How many times you got to go around the circle?
Right. Life's too short for me to hold on. I'm getting out. I'll be back when I'm back.
What Cup Series? What is Cup Series, though?
It's the highest of the highest.
Okay,
is NASCAR.
that's the biggest one.
NASCAR Cup
How many
Series,
times do you got to go around the circle?
165.
165? Yeah. You can definitely need a bathroom break.
Super motor speedway.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bill's getting last. I think I'm going to get, I don't even think. I think I'll just get
Keanu
tired.
Reeves is definitely going to beat me because I'm going to let him pass me. Oh, Keanu, yeah, go on.
What's up, pal?
Go on ahead, bud.
I'm going to be like the guys carrying the goalpost down Broadway in Nashville, make it about half a mile and be like, nah, man, I'm tired. This is not fun.
You said they carried 3 miles. Was it 3
3
miles?
miles. Was it Vanderbilt?
Beat Alabama.
Yes. And so they took the goalpost down and they walked it 3 miles down to the river and threw it in the river.
That'll sober you up.
Is it always a river? Like, we don't just throw it in a
It's just
field, right?
A body of water seems
Okay.
to be a nice
what you
landing spot for it. I think it was recovered, though, by the
Then what do you do?
Nashville Fire Department.
Well, they can't just leave it in there, can they?
They recovered it, and the Vanderbilt will get a fine for taking down the goalpost. They will likely auction off parts of that goalpost to help pay the fine.
Smart.
And they'll come out on top.
Do you think there's anybody there who's like, guys, don't do that. Don't pull that goalpost out. I mean, there's enough people that want to do it. But was there
that was
one
such
guy?
a big moment. That was such a big upset.
They just let him do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
Alabama
let
was
it happen.
number 1.
They walked 3 miles, maybe.
I'm telling you, I
It
would have
was
made
getting
it.
done.
I would have made it about a half a mile and been like, y'all have fun. I'm going back that way.
What do people? What do the ones do that don't have like a big body of water, like a koi pond? Like you just stick the top part of the goalpost in the.
I didn't know
pond?
it was a thing to pull the goalpost out and throw it in the water.
I've seen that before.
I have not seen that.
And then basketball, what you cut down the net?
Cut the net, yeah.
That's another thing, right? Is that just at
seems
the
less
championship?
destructive, Joe, than a whole goalpost.
Well, it'd be pretty cool if in basketball they took out the whole hoop.
Why not?
We're taking the hoop out.
Yeah, just rip it down. Give me
Yeah,
the
we're
hoop.
throwing it in the quad.
Right.
Ha!
What other
We'll
sports?
dance around
yeah,
it.
like if you won the soccer tournament, you took the goal and just threw it across.
We're gonna roll it out.
We're gonna need to change. Why don't we just do the ball? Like, let's just make this a little bit easier. Like, it
Right?
doesn't have to be the post. Like,
Just
that just seems complicated.
Seems excessive.
Yeah.
But maybe
yeah,
I'm
the
just
goalpost
old and
is.
not
I
fun.
think it's big, right? So it looks like a feet, but it is doable. You know what I mean? You
Aren't
can't
they
not
have,
as
take it
heavy
down.
as you think it would be.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a bunch of people with it. So
Mm-hmm.
They're made
I
of,
think
like,
it's just
aluminum,
a big
right?
achievable feat.
Have you ever been part of that, Bill?
No,
Oh.
I've not.
Have you ever been part of that?
No, App beat Michigan the year before I got there, so I didn't do
At
it.
Did they
Michigan,
do it
no.
for that game?
No,
I think they
they were
made
at Michigan.
Oh yeah, they were at Michigan.
Oh, so
but I
they
think
didn't
at App they probably still did it.
like,
Yeah, it was probably go to the.
you went to the field and took the goalpost down.
I'm trying to remember if when we killed Osama bin Laden, if we did that too. I don't remember. There was definitely like a parade on the street though when that went down.
Really?
Oh yeah, at App. Oh yeah, big old parade. It was wild. So I slept. I didn't go.
No,
I just,
nothing here.
We're going. Like, I got class.
Yeah.
I gotta go back to bed.
I just had to go to work.
Yeah. So that happened there. We'll chat with Joe Berg, WSIC sports director.
Yes, we will.
Here in a little bit, and we'll see what happened this weekend in sports. Panthers played yesterday. No win. Do we feel okay with it? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to lose. I can say that confidently. But are we okay with the performance that was put forward? Did we leave it all on the field? Do we feel like we left it out there?
I think that was a little bit of who we truly are. And it was also tough to watch because the Bears, that's who we kind of traded up for. So it's just kind of a sour game to watch.
A lot of discussion during the broadcast about the trades, about who got the better end.
Yeah, and
of
also
the deal.
Jonathan Vilma cannot call another Panther game, and I will be the happiest man on earth.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't like him.
What was it?
What
about
is it about
Like,
this?
what-
He just
like
doesn't. He was an old Saints player, so he just
Oh, so
the way
he's not.
He
he's
always
not.
has undertones against the
correct,
Panthers.
correct, always,
I get it.
always.
I get it
is
because if
so
I had to call a
annoying.
Saints game, I would be the same way. I would
Right.
also not know what to say.
But you would think he'd be a pro, and he's
Right.
just not a pro. There, I said it. Pro football player, not a pro broadcaster.
It happens.
Tom Brady's coming back as a broadcaster, isn't he?
He is already back.
He's back.
Oh, he came back.
He's on.
Yes, he does
took-
the Fox game of the week.
And how did it go yesterday?
I was watching the Panthers game, so
So we didn't see the Fox game of the week
no, we did not.
because Panthers weren't the Fox game of the week.
No, they were
I
not.
don't think we're going to be the game
That's
of the week for a
unfortunate.
little while.
Oh.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
A lot of talk again about the trade. DJ Moore, I always love seeing him do well, so that's exciting.
Right.
Especially when he's
Well,
for
it's
the
nice
other
to
team.
see DJ
Absolutely.
wide open.
NASCAR, obviously, Cup Series going on. We'll break down the race from yesterday as well. Interesting finish there in Talladega at the Super Motor Speedway. Like Bill said, they went 4 wide at one point. I saw the end, and it was pretty wild. So it was cool. We'll see what else is going on. Also in the world of high school, because high school sports we're in the thick of it
Oh,
right now.
yes,
we
big
are
time.
deep. Actually, I did do something this weekend. I went to a football game Friday night.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah. We went to Lake Norman Charters.
Oh, they
Yeah.
have a
It was
football team.
homecoming.
Oh, nice.
It
How
was
was that?
homecoming. It was cool. Yeah, they had the high school as a football team. Yeah, for sure. So it was good.
Nice.
It was cool. We hung out. I didn't eat a hot dog or anything. You know, I feel like that's like
You
a
gotta
rite of
eat a
passage.
dog.
You know, you got to eat a dog. when
What'd you
go to,
get
like, a-
then?
I didn't get anything.
You didn't get any snacks at the football game?
Nah.
No, you didn't do it right
You
then.
didn't give back to the school.
No.
Well, that's whoa.
Gotta help
Snuck
those
in your own
players.
snacks.
No, it's
They
not
gotta
like
get
the
those
movies.
uniforms,
Come on,
you
man,
know.
trying to get some new trumpets.
Come on.
I actually didn't. I don't know if they have a marching band. Now you guys are putting me on the spot right now, and I don't know the answers to these questions.
You walked into it.
I feel like I'm being pressured right now, and I didn't even do nothing.
I'm just disappointed you didn't even buy popcorn.
I wasn't really in
Airheads?
snack mode. You know, I get kind of, you know, even though like even Noah's in kindergarten, so it's not like he's playing, but I'm standing on the side, you know, watching him. Come on, man, you better convert this right here. I'm invested in this thing, and so
Right.
my
Kinda
eyes were locked.
pacing
Yeah.
back and forth.
I don't care if it is 27-0 at the end of first quarter against South Lake Christian. We
Run
will
the
continue to
ball.
score. We will continue to score. That's it. So that's my mindset through the entire game.
I like it.
Think Noah's gonna play football?
He could. He
He could?
definitely could.
It's just like his daddy.
Let's hope he does a little better than that.
You are a beast. You just didn't stay with it.
Look, one fumble, you know what I mean? I
recovered.
I went out on top. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
one
what
fumble recovered. Not one fumble.
Yeah.
You recovered.
Oh, you recovered a fumble.
Oh, yeah. Right in front of my eyes, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Julius Peppers, they used to call him.
Oh, that was your nickname?
And I retired on top. Sometimes it's a better way to do it.
Peppers.
I'm not ashamed. We all have a price. Come on now.
Right. This was before NIL sticky stuff.
Ah, gotcha.
Couldn't really talk about it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a double milk at
Yeah,
lunch
but now
kind
that
of thing.
Noah can make that money in high school.
You can do it in high school?
You can do it in high school.
Yeah, North Carolina, you can pay high school players.
I didn't know it was high school.
Yeah.
We might need to get some high school players on the show.
I was going to say, we need to start doing more. What are we doing? This is 100% a sports station. Now.
Sports talk now.
But hey, if that's an opportunity out there, I hope that don't be the parent that pulls the Macaulay Culkin or something like that. Don't be going that route.
That's right.
No. So Joe Berg, WSIC sports director. We'll see what's going on. Somebody actually knows about sports quite a bit more than
We
than
just
I
make
do.
it up.
Yeah. And then Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating birthdays and anniversaries, you're hanging out with Patrick Reynolds. 844-STUDIO-4. That'll be about 8:45. And we'll let you know how you can win some Renfest tickets, too. That'll be exciting.
We'll have more Good Morning LKN coming up on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
I'll tell you what, just a beautiful week of weather coming up, and fall air is knocking on the door, too. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 80s. We'll fall back tonight into the low 50s by the time you wake up on Tuesday morning, and much cooler and a lot less humid. Dry, crisp fall air is locking in. We're in the low to mid 70s for Tuesday, even dropping into the upper 40s for a couple of mornings middle of the week. That's your forecast. For the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
This is Fred Lowry at Lowry Drug. We now have our own brand of full-spectrum hemp extract, also known as CBD oil. I personally manage this product as it was grown on my farm here in Iredell County. It was then processed and bottled here in Statesville. This is a true herbal extract with all the medicinal components intact. A product you can trust to be authentic. And since there is no wholesaler, it's at a price you can afford. Try it at Lowry Drug on Hartness Road in Statesville.
For over 57 years, Nelson Royals has been serving the Lake Norman, Mooresville, Statesville, and surrounding counties. Nelson Royals has work in Western clothing and over 4,000 boots and shoes in stock. Brands like Ariat, Rocky, Justin, Durango, Tony Lama, Red Wing, Thorogood, Skechers, Hey Dude, and many more. Check them out at nelsonroyals.com.
Welcome home to the feeling of Horn Heating and Air Conditioning is family owned and operated and understands the meaning of community. We treat you like family because you are family. Visit hornhvac.com.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Hey folks, you know Randy Marion Ford Lincoln in Statesville is known for the prices and selection, but I tell you what, you may not have known the distinction that this store received with Ford and Lincoln this year. We received the President's Award for 2023 for Ford for the 5th year in a row. We also received it for Lincoln for the first year, and I tell you, those awards don't come easily. It all boils down to taking care of the customers and having the vehicles you want in stock for you to buy.
New lunch specials now available at Mooresville's best Italian spot, Pomodoros. Open Tuesday through Sunday and ready to serve you the best Italian this side of the motherland. View the mouth-watering menu at Pomodoros.com.
This is Brad with Lake Norman Patio and Game Rooms in Mooresville. Come check us out for high-end outdoor furniture, home decor, and the best man cave furniture around. LKN Patio and Game Rooms.com, outdoor living at its finest.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A rapidly intensifying Hurricane Milton is aiming for Florida's Gulf Coast, with the potential to cause billions of dollars in damage and heap more misery on a region still reeling from Hurricane Helene. The National Hurricane Center said that Milton was forecast to approach Florida's west coast as a major hurricane by midweek. Hurricane Helene killed at least 225 people across the South and caused as much as $250 billion in losses and damages by AccuWeather's estimates. A federal mediator has summoned negotiators for Boeing and striking machinists back to a Seattle hotel today. It's the first hint of movement toward a compromise that might yield a third contract offer and the possibility of ending the strike, now entering week 4. An activist investor is taking aim at Pfizer. A source tells Bloomberg that Starboard Value has taken a stake of around $1 billion in Pfizer and is seeking to spark a turnaround of the company. Stock futures are moving lower this morning while crude oil climbs higher. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
That morning pep talk for Lake Norman, Statesville, with Justin, Bill, and Mamie, now on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Good morning, OKN. 8:34. Happy Monday to you. Joe Berg, WSIC sports director, joins us on the phone right now to give us the inside. What happened with the Carolina Panthers yesterday, Joe?
Oh, well, about the same thing that we've expected to happen to them for the past few years. They did not look great, and they lost.
Just overall, no
I heard
expectation.
a commentary, Joe, that somebody said the Panther Cinderella story has turned back into a pumpkin.
I don't think there was ever a Cinderella story. I think it was just a case of...
Man, Joe Berg just breaking my heart first thing in the morning.
Joe Berg's from Jersey. You forget, Joe Berg's from
Joe,
Jersey.
come on, give us something.
It really is just a case of they got new blood under center against the Raiders. Put a little jump in the team. They got the win there, and now they're kind of back to the same old Panthers that we know and love. There's not many more ways to say that they aren't good. The team's not good all around. The defense is not. I mean, there's a lot that needs to be fixed. I don't think we need to blame any quarterback. I don't think we need to blame any individual person. It's just kind of a culmination of the last few years giving us this team. And this is where we are, and it's going to be like this for a few years.
Was there a highlight in the NFL over the weekend at all? What was the biggest highlight, would you say?
Oh, man, there were a few really good games this weekend. I kept my eyes on the Bills and the Texans, a big battle of the AFC between two teams. One of the Bills, who have been a top contender in the AFC for the past few years, and the Texans, who just emerged last year. And then you had the Ravens and the Bengals. That was some football game with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow throwing the ball all over the place. That was a really fun game. So if you're looking for two games that were fun over the weekend, those are the ones you should have tuned into.
I cut the cord years ago, and we have YouTube TV at the house, and I was able to watch them side by side. It was pretty wild. So I was like, who's going to have a worse day, me or Bill? But Bill has double the bad day if the Baltimore loses. So I just wanted to know what my Monday was going to be like. How about NASCAR Cup Series? Talladega, we're in the playoffs. So the drivers that didn't make the playoffs, they can still race. Am I right about that?
Yes, it's not like a normal stick and ball sport where once you get to the playoffs, everybody else is done. No, everybody still races.
And so last night at Talladega, being able to go 4 wide, being able to go pedal to the metal all the way to the floorboard, what was your take on the race?
I wouldn't say it was pedal to the metal, foot down to the floorboard. When that did happen, when they were going full throttle, it was 2x2 racing. It was a parking lot. It's like you're going down 77. You can't go anywhere. When they were 4 wide like they were, number one, it was amazing to see. It was a sight to behold going 4 wide for that many laps. I don't think we have ever seen that so consistently at a Talladega race before. But the thing is, they're doing it and saving fuel at the same time, which is why it seemed kind of organized throughout most of the time. Yes, they were 4 wide, but but it never got to a point where you were like, oh, somebody is going to cause a problem here, because everybody was kind of cooperating with each other, saying we need to run half throttle, save as much fuel as we can, and that's when you see that 3-wide, 4-wide racing take place. It was amazing to see, but I wish that they could actually race while being 4-wide rather than the only time we see 3 and 4-wide racing is when they're fuel saving.
We're coming back up on the Roval, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, this weekend, this coming weekend.
It's already here.
Wow.
It's here.
And so,
it's a new configuration for the Roval as well. They changed it up a little bit.
but you're not a fan of the Roval, I thought. Or are you now at the configuration change?
We'll see. We'll see. I still think that they need to go back to the oval. I think this is a failed experiment. It's produced some interesting races, but I still think that they need to go back to the oval. I mean, it's such an iconic track. You can't, it hurts my feelings that they don't race the oval at Charlotte. If they were going to do a Roval where they turn some NASCAR track into a road course, they should have done somewhere where the racing isn't all that great. Like, I don't know, Texas would have been a top contender. That would have been my thought process, but they're going to go back to the Roval again. I would expect an Xfinity Series race where Shane Van Gisbergen wins, and a Cup race that's chaotic because it's a cutoff race.
Chaos at the end because we're only a few weeks away from declaring a Cup Series champion. Who's your overall bet on all the way to the end at this point?
Oh, man, it's so hard to tell still because of the eliminations, but I will say that the original 4 that I thought were going to make the Final 4 of Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and William Byron, I believe those 4 are still going to be the ones to go to Phoenix and compete for a championship. Of those 4, I'd like to see Christopher Bell win a championship. I think that'd be a great story. He's made the Final 4 2 years in a row, hasn't gotten that championship, so I'd like to see that happen.
One of the many stories unfolding in the sports world and also the local high school scene. Anything popping off locally that people should be aware of?
I heard that you got to see a blowout on Friday night.
I certainly did. Lake Norman Charter against South Lake Christian, and like I said, I don't care if it's 27-0 in the first quarter. We will stay and we will play every play.
There you go. 50-0 was the final score.
Whoa,
that's a game right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we definitely have some good schools in the area. Statesville actually coming off of a shutout over the weekend, 21-0 over Ford High School. That projects them to 2-1 in their conference. Lake Norman got their second loss of the season against West Cabarrus. Very close game there, 23-16 was the final score. And actually, later on today, not part of today's program, but to be heard later in the week, I'm going to be talking with South Iredell football head coach and a couple of players. They're coming off of a win as well on the road against Hickory Ridge, 32-27. Gutty win for them. So we got a lot of good schools in the area this year. It's going to be a fun time to talk not only football, but soccer, volleyball. There's golf going on. There's a lot of really good programs in our general area as we head towards the playoffs in the fall season.
Well, and it's wild to think because I've said it before and I'll say it again. We're coming up on Christmas here, and which means before Christmas we're coming up on November, so we're already going to be talking about basketball here soon, which I imagine
basketball's coming up.
That's going to happen real soon. What else going on in the world of sports? That seems like is that the only thing? It's pretty much it, right? Football. A little bit of NASCAR. Charlotte FC, though, they're doing some things, I think, actually, too, this year. Joe, are you shocked that they're going to make the playoffs?
No, after the start of the year that they had, I'm not surprised that they made the playoffs. They did go into a little lull there a few months ago where I was concerned, but they seem to have gotten it turned around. They are playoff bound. And there's one game remaining in the season, I believe, before we get to the playoffs for most of these teams. So we're going to the playoffs again, back-to-back years. Two out of the 3 years that we've had Charlotte FC, they've been in the playoffs. So a really good situation there for them. But also, Justin, don't forget, your favorite thing is going on, and that's baseball. We have baseball playoffs going on.
Still
Have you
baseball.
been watching any?
Gosh.
I'm just kidding. I saw the Phillies game.
Baseball.
I saw the Phillies game yesterday, yeah.
That was a good game. That was a really good baseball game. The Mets and the Phillies back and forth.
Not too shabby. Before we go to baseball, I would like to touch a little bit on college football. UNCC beat ECU yesterday, which is pretty good.
Oh, that's a big one.
North Carolina rivalries. Do you think there's anything to that overall? I think every single, North Carolina school should have to play every single North Carolina school. What do you think about that?
I don't see why that would be an issue. I think that'd be awesome. You're going to get to see, and it's the North Carolina schools in general. I feel like at any point, one of them can be the best school in North Carolina. Like, you've seen App go on runs where they're the best school in North Carolina. A few years ago, it was Duke, and we were like, wow, Duke's in the ACC championship game. What's going on there? I'd love to see the interrivalry games get picked up there with UNC, Duke, even ECU, whoever wants to be a part of that. I think they should play each other all the time, every year. I think it would just really be a good situation for everyone, in my opinion.
All right, the only thing that matters in baseball, Shohei Ohtani, what's going on? Is he still, the absolute kingpin of the world, or what's going on?
Well, the Dodgers and the Padres are tied at one game apiece. Ohtani has been pretty good in his playoff debut. This is the first time he's ever made the MLB playoffs. So a lot of people tend to struggle in their first appearance in the playoffs, especially big names. Like you'll see the American League MVP this year, Aaron Judge. If you look at his playoff stats, they are nowhere near what they are in the regular season. But I'll tell you what, Ohtani, he's been having a good playoff so far. There's a reason that he's the best player in the world.
Joe Berg, WSIC Sports Director, host of The Scoreboard, Monday through Friday, 5 to 6.
More Good Morning LKN with Justin, Bill, and Mamie is on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
I'll tell you what, just a beautiful week of weather coming up, and fall air is knocking on the door, too. Plenty of sunshine today as temperatures climb into the low 80s. We'll fall back tonight into the low 50s by the time you wake up on Tuesday morning, and much cooler and a lot less humid. Dry, crisp fall air is locking in. We're in the low to mid 70s for Tuesday, even dropping into the upper 40s for a couple of mornings middle of the week. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Brookdale Village in Huntersville presents their free concert series Live Under the Oaks on Friday. The Village is open all day for shopping and dining with Rocky Lynn taking the stage at 6 p.m. Bring your chairs and enjoy on-site beverages from Red Rocks. Live Under the Oaks with Rocky Lynn kicks off at 6 p.m. Friday in Brookdale Village. Old Town Cornelius is alive again with October's Second Friday Street Festival. Join friends and neighbors on October 11th from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Oak Street Mill in Cornelius for the Second Friday Street Festival season finale. Live music, an all-star lineup of breweries, delicious food trucks, sweet treats, a kids zone, petting zoo, vendors, and giveaways highlight a night of fun for the entire family. We'll see you in Old Town Cornelius for the Second Friday Street Festival. NASCAR returns to Charlotte Motor Speedway for their annual fall weekend in October on the Roval. The Xfinity Series holds the Drive for the Cure 250 on Saturday. The Cup Series competes in the Bank of America Roval 400 on Sunday. Weekend ticket packages as well as daily tickets are available. Also, check out deals for military service members, college students, suites, the Champions Pavilion, the Indoor Clubhouse, Terrace Box, 4-packs, and more. Don't miss any of the entertainment, including Eli Young Band and Tim Duggar concerts before NASCAR's National Series step closer to their championships. Visit CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for information, tickets, and details. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
The Renaissance Festival is back Saturdays and Sundays, now through November 24th. A non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last.
Want to talk with Justin, Bill, or Mamie? Give them a call now at 844-STUDIO-4. It's Good Morning LKN on WSIC.
Good morning, LKN. 8:40. 28. Happy Monday to you. A lot going on this week. You got the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce Business Expo tomorrow. You got the Candidate Forum on Wednesday. That's not to say anything of what happened this past weekend. Let's find out what's going on there. Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating, you're hanging out with Patrick Reynolds, 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. That's the studio line number. Patrick, how was the weekend? Anything exciting, out of the ordinary? Did you wear particular pants or anything like that?
I wore my patient pants, as always, that you recommend every day. I needed them a little less over the weekend, but I was at Ghostface Brewing yesterday for their Oktoberfest in Mooresville, and I met actor David Faustino, who played
Bud Bundy.
Yes, I met Bud Bundy yesterday. I was a big fan of Married with Children. It was surreal to meet him. Spent a lot of Sunday nights watching him and Ed O'Neill do that sitcom on the fledgling, very brand new, at the time, the Fox network was a brand new, what is this, fourth network, and Married with Children was one of their flagship shows, and I met Bud Bundy, David Faustino yesterday. Big day for me. I don't know, maybe not resonate with the younger folks in the audience, but I was fanboy for a few minutes. It was great to meet him.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Was he a nice guy?
Very nice, very friendly, down to earth. It's like chatting with you folks. Just talking with anybody. It was like any other guy that I meet, and he did not have that big star aura about him at all. Very much down to earth, felt right at home in Mooresville, hanging out, having a beer and some pizza and wings at Ghostface Brewing. It was his jam, and he actually broke out his laptop and did take up the Grandmaster B persona and DJ'd for a little while at the Oktoberfest. So a lot of fun meeting David yesterday. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Did you hit him with like one of your favorite lines from the show, like to see if he would engage with you on that, or?
No, I did not.
I don't even know what a famous one of his one-liners would be. From
he
the
often
children.
introduced himself as I'm Bud Bon Jovi, and it was always striking out with the ladies, but he was trying to make like he was part of the Bon Jovi band.
Got it.
Yeah, that was. I did not drop that on him though. I just talked with him. Just talked to him like a human. And go figure. He talked back to me with a human. Did get a photo with him. I did get a photo with him. So I fanboyed from
random selfie.
Yeah,
That
very
one
cool,
plays.
Patrick. Very cool.
It was really cool. Me and Bud.
All right, what else happened over the weekend? That was Ghostface Brewing. Obviously, I did see some activity online from that event in particular. Anything else had you going over the weekend?
Yeah, a little bit. Old Town Public House put together some musicians yesterday. Old Town Public House in Cornelius on East Catawba. Right down a few steps down from the Kane Center, they had a Hurricane Helene relief concert yesterday. So they gathered some bands and some musicians. I don't know the dollar total, but they put something together, and some musicians donated their time. OTPH threw in a great effort, and they made a nice little Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening concert and music to raise some money for everybody up in Western Carolina. So it turned into fun, also turned into a pretty good cause. Neat weekend, neat concert, pretty good music selection yesterday with Lucas Delgra and Nick Prestia's Untethered Soul Band. A couple bands came together. So it was a pretty nice Sunday yesterday for me.
Sounds like it was relaxing and everything. You heard Joe Berg's take on the Cup Series race?
I missed some of it. It was actually, I parked the truck in the parking lot, walked in, and he was mid-take on Talladega yesterday.
Did you catch any of the highlights from it?
Yeah, I actually listened to a bunch of it on WSIC. I watched some of it because I was in and out being at Ghostface and OTPH. So I did follow it yesterday.
Any thoughts?
So my thoughts? Restrictor plate racing, they don't use that. Well, the restrictor plate's an accurate term for carburetors or fuel injected now. It's the same type of racing. I use the term racing with air quotes. I don't think it is racing when everybody just puts their foot on the floor and you just got a big pack and no one can get away from each other. They had a 28-car crash with 4 laps to go. It is the biggest car count Cup Series crash ever. That's not racing after 500 miles when just a bump from somebody turns someone sideways and you take out 28 cars. Drivers have complained about this for decades. Fans have complained about this for decades. They had solutions years ago, and they did not take advantage of better solutions to this. No, not a fan of Talladega when one bump from one guy can take out 28 cars in one shot. It's thumbs down.
All right,
Talladega is racing.
let's say you're racing. What place you coming in?
That's what I
Patrick?
want to know. That's my question, Patrick. I don't know if you heard earlier, but Keanu
I did.
Reeves raced. Okay, he was what
25th out of 35.
35. Where are you going, Patrick? Out of 35.
Depends on what kind of race we're doing. If it's a race.
Oh, it's the road. What did we say
Cup
it was?
Series.
It's the Cup Series. Okay.
Oh, the Cup Series.
And you got to go around how many times? 160 something.
If it's the Cup Series, then I'm coming in last. Probably.
What are you beating Bill?
No, I'm beating Bill. Maybe.
Bill said he'd be last. Okay.
I'll say I'll beat Bill because I do have some racing experience, but it's on the short track grassroots level.
Gotcha.
The Cup Series, yeah, we're all coming in last on that. If you just hop in a car, I think I would be. They do have a minimum speed requirement, so if you don't meet that, they do give you a warning, and then they disqualify you, and you got to pull off if you're not minimum speed. I think I would get that warning.
Oh, I would definitely. Yeah, they'd be like, "You're going 45." Like, sorry, I'm only used to driving on Catawba. This is as fast as I can go.
Yeah, well, I actually kind of stopped on Catawba, yes.
Yeah.
You have to go a minimum speed. That's hilarious. No, I'd get 7th. I wouldn't be in last. I'd get 7th.
7th.
I'd get 7th place.
You're so confident in this. I can't wait to test this one out.
We'll try it out.
I got Denny's number.
I ain't got no car, so he lets me use a car. I'll drive it. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
If you've got a checkbook, you can get one.
There you go. That's all it takes. Just
I
money.
just need the car. I don't need the money. I just need the car. That's it. All right, Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ad Show, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating, you're hanging out with Patrick Reynolds. Joe Berg producing up there as well. Have a great show, sir.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to everybody at 9.
Absolutely. You got your chance to win RenFest tickets each
do.
week, all the way through the Renaissance Festival, which is in Huntersville, corner of 73 and Poplar Tent. And you can win by signing up for the WSIC newsletter. You got about 15 different ways you can do that. And so find us at WSICnews.com or connect with us on any of the social media platforms. And you get signed up for that newsletter. You get entered to win, a 4-pack each week?
4-pack each week. Yep. 2 adult, 2 kids every
Wow.
single week. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's a good time, too. And so there you go. Have a good free time. Parking's free as well. You get there early, park close, have a good day, see the mermaids, get a turkey leg.
You know, we all need some encouragement sometimes and some laughter and some good times. People watching?
People watching is great. People watching.
That's some great soul remedy right there.
That's right.
sometimes.
That's right. So yeah, go watch some people, throw some tomatoes at a guy, just to get off. We got a lot of feelings these days. Lots going on. Sometimes you just throw a tomato at somebody and make you feel better.
We talked a lot about neighbors last week, right, with Western North Carolina, all that going on. And then if we think about neighbor, a little bit bigger level, North Carolina to Florida, Hurricane Milton's on its way in, and it's looking bad.
It is looking bad. Not going to affect the Carolinas.
Thankfully
but the other states to the south of us, yes, looking to get a big impact from that. So thinking of them. And
Absolutely.
hoping they can prepare and get out if they need to.
Multiple jurisdictions in Florida already doing mandatory evacuations. And so it's just interesting times, again, coming off the skirts of Helene.
Yeah,
How is
just
that going to
10
affect
days
everything?
since that.
Absolutely. So just patient pants. I think that could be the theme for a while.
Yeah, everybody's going to need those for the next little bit.
This week, if you're looking for something to do, if you're a small business owner involved in small business, come by the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce Business Expo tomorrow, happening at Huntersville Recreation Center. That's located right across the street from the Aquatic Center. And so come on down, come hang out Wednesday night. If your district, as far as politically, is that the right political house district?
Yes, District 98. If you're in District 98, come to the Kane Center.
You can come to the Kane Center.
Wednesday, not tomorrow.
Wednesday night, we will be broadcasting and helping out the chamber with their public forum. And so I'll be moderating as well. So you're welcome to come submit your questions. You can do it online, watch it, listen to it on the radio. Just engage. If that's your district, come be a part of it and learn what the options are and who of the people, and ask questions that are important to you. Also, probably going to get a little bit of education on what is actually the role of a House member in North Carolina, right? Because we do want to know, hey, relative to the job, what are your thoughts? And so that's very relevant. There's a lot of questions online these days, and you got to parse through, what's real and what's not. That's hard to do. I feel like it's in these moments where North Carolina in particular being affected, almost like AI, the way it dumps right into that, it's definitely going to get more and more. So just put the phone down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Touch grass.
Yes, touch grass. Oh, that's a Gen Z term. Good for you.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Yeah, touch some grass.
Did
Put the
Gen
phone
Zs
down.
claim that one?
I think they invented it.
Oh, that was an NFT term.
Well, that too.
You can touch grass anytime.
Touch grass.
Just go on outside.
I did have a day yesterday where I did put my phone down.
Yeah?
And
How'd it feel?
It felt a little uneasy for a minute, and then I just leaned into it. So it was good. It was good.
got to embrace. You got to do that. You definitely got to do that. I had an update on America's Favorite Game. Is that from this week? This is you. This is not me.
This is me. Yeah.
You have an update to America's Favorite Game via TikTok right here.
Yeah.
Okay. What you got here for us?
We got a minute for it. So this, I would not turn the audio on. I mean, it's not bad. I just wouldn't turn it on. I think there might be one potty word in it. I think.
So we won't risk that.
We won't risk it. But yeah, just riding and passing on a road trip, and this bear waves hello. So I think maybe bear is the right way to go. Look, he's just a friendly little bear saying, "Hey, what's up, pal? What's going on?"
That's what you need right there. When picking America's Favorite Game between lion,
I feel like I need to pick bear now.
Crocodile and bear.
I'm still going lion.
Or alligator.
Alligator. It's lion,
alligator,
bear in this room. But that bear seems so friendly, like he just wanted a hug.
Maybe he already ate.
Or was he just waving to say,
"Stop!
Stop!
Oh, yeah. Come over here.
Come here.
I'm nice.
Let me show you something.
I'm a nice bear."
Yeah.
I'm not one of those mean
I
bears.
think I watched that video 8 times yesterday.
On silent, just waving to a bear coming across the window.
Like,
That's
that just
it.
makes me feel good. It looks like the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's obviously not because you can't drive on it, but it made me feel that kind of way and just
Emotional connection
to that video. So I very much enjoyed that video. Made me laugh.
Bears have feelings too, you know.
Yeah, and just hey guys, stop, pull over, let me get in the car with you. It's gonna be a good ride.
Oh, if you're on your way driving right now to work, wave to the bear and stick around on WSIC for the Home Ad Show. Up next, Patrick Reynolds hosting 844 Studio 4, 844-788-3464. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating birthdays and anniversaries, you're hanging out with Patrick Reynolds. Later on today, McNeely's up today. Todd Starnes Show, Today's Real Talk. Ooh, Zillow will find a tenant for you, by the way. Did you know they have that feature?
That's amazing.
For rentals?
Wow.
In North Carolina, it's eligible in the program. And then you got Local Biz Now, cleaning up the day with the scoreboard.
Serving you better than ever before. 105.9, 100.7. WSIC, Statesville, Mooresville.